broken me. I'm a broken human. Oh no. So we've got a nice cat to keep us comforted today, which is good because we are going to be doing a themed autism memes this time. We are going to be reviewing some autism Tylenol memes. I am dressed as Tylenol. We're gonna review the memes because we have to laugh. We have to laugh or we shall surely cry. Won't we, Zena? We will cry. I'm sure you already know this, but just in case you've been living under quite a pleasant, quite a peaceful rock, the Trump administration has come out to say that there is a link between autism and acetaminophen, which is Tylenol. Basically, if you're in the UK, it's paracetamol. If you're in Australia, it has a different name. It's like the basic painkiller, okay? And it's the one that you are allowed to take in pregnancy. And I made a whole video responding to it and unpacking what the studies actually say, which I will leave linked on screen. I haven't seen these. My husband has provided them. Let us begin. Me pouring Tylenol into the city water supply to fix America's new railway network. To be honest, I think the same could be said for the UK. Maybe we need to pour some paracetamol into our water supply. Our trains are so expensive, so unreliable, so often overbooked, so you have to sit on the floor. It's not great. And yeah, it's basically cheaper most of the time to fly somewhere than it is to take the train. You know, like currently there's like some stuff going on that's called like climate change. As somebody who cares about the environment, it's so frustrating because it's really hard to justify from a financial perspective taking a train. It's unpleasant and it costs more money. We have to make it better in order for people to want to do it. For me to fly to somewhere in Europe would be cheaper than it would be to go somewhere within the UK. And that's not right. So yeah, maybe we do need to pour some purple paracetamol straight into that river. The river looks kind of like it's dried up and it's just like puddles now, but I suppose that's probably climate change, you know, because the trains are not desirable enough to the people. So the people have been using too many airplanes and now the water supply has also dried up. You see, there's many layers to this meme. Yeah, I'm gonna give that 7 out of 10. Solid. I always rate them 7 out of 10. Apologies. The cat has left. It was really getting to her. The misinformation being spread. The US of Tylenol actually caused autism. And again, it's United States high-speed rail system travel time. For a second, I thought that was time travel. And I was like, oh yeah, we've also got time travel now thanks to the autistic people at 220 miles per hour. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And we don't have that, do we? So explain that. I'm gonna give that one a Meg with a train face out of 10. Took a couple of Tylenol this morning, just enough for a day's worth of autism because it's trivia night at the pub and I want an edge. Yeah, but the thing is, like, is your area of special interest gonna come up for trivia night? You know, because if it doesn't, then that's gonna backfire for you. That's not gonna work out. What if one of the categories is sports, you know? What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do? I'm joking. Some autistic people do know sports and do know sports very well. I am not one of those autistic people. I don't even know trains. What if trains come up? You know, you just, when you take that Tylenol to have a day's worth of autism, you don't know what flavor of autism you're gonna get. And special interests, autistic special interests, can be in absolutely anything. So it's just a randomized interest. At that point, it could be anything. It could be so obscure. And then what are the odds of that being at trivia night? It's like when I did those tier ranking my audience's special interest videos ages ago, Pokemon breeding. That was one of them. I don't think Pokemon breeding is coming up at trivia night. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna give that one a screaming cat out of 10. I'm glad Zena's not here anymore. I took Tylenol while autistic. Now my son is pregnant. Ah! No! Don't give your sons Calpol. That's like our children's version of acetaminophen in this country. I don't know. Is it infant Tylenol in the US? I don't know. Don't give it. Don't give it to your sons. They will end up pregnant and die.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
This tweet is from Moderately Amusing Gay Wolf. I'm gonna give that a moderately amusing out of 10. Little well autistic. No, my son is pregnant. This could happen to me. Oh god, it's like a jump scare to see RFK's face, and I don't want to be mean because like he can't help his face and he also obviously can't help his voice. When I made my long video about RFK Jr., there were a lot of people like, why does he speak like that, and kind of making comments about it, and obviously like it's not his fault that he has a health condition, but I think it's like his voice and his face I don't think would bother me if he didn't say the things that he says. It ends up triggering you, doesn't it? Like there's always comments on my videos when I talk about politics of people being like, I love you, Meg, but I can't watch this because I can't listen to this person's voice. I often think like, I don't think RFK Jr.'s voice would be difficult to listen to if he was saying kind words. I don't think so. But yeah, that was like a jump scare. When I scrolled across, it's also like kind of slightly distorted because of the angle and very high contrast. They all remind me of like villains in a superhero situation. How it feels telling the group chat, I don't want to eat at the restaurant they planned because I don't like the texture of the food they serve. Autism announcement. I really love that. I really love how people have taken these things and made them funny, even though they hurt. I mean, yeah, that text is just, it's so dramatic. It's so dramatic. And it's just like, autism is so stigmatized, it's such a loaded word, and they know it's going to make people emotional, and obviously there's the think of the children angle or whatever. Like, I don't know, I can't believe that that's real. Somebody went on word art and actually made that. My husband does like a ping on the Discord server when it's like 10 minutes until a new video is going live, just for people who want it, not for everyone on the whole server. You can opt into it. Maybe we should share that. We should crop that, share that every time. Autism announcement, new video coming, but then everyone would think it was going to be about RFK Jr. and then nobody would want to watch it. That's amazing. I'm going to give that one an 8 out of 10. Oh, marked safe from taking medical advice from someone who can't pronounce acetaminophen today. Yeah, Trump was struggling through some of that announcement for sure.
Is that the use of well, let's see how we say that.
I suppose like anyone can pronounce a word wrong, fine. But yeah, I think I'm marked safe from taking medical advice from people who constantly talk about the link between autism and vaccines when that has been so thoroughly debunked at this point. All the headlines were about Tylenol from that press conference, but they mentioned vaccines so many times. And they got away with it because, like I say, everyone knows what Tylenol is. It makes for a nice, catchy headline. But yeah, as we suspected with RFK Jr., they are still talking about vaccines. I think they managed to please the anti-vax audience, but then they also, they have another cause of autism, just in case you don't like the vaccine narrative. So we get to keep everybody on side. I'm going to give that mark safe out of 10. If you're watching this video right now, you are marked safe. Okay, I am pregnant, taking 10 Tylenol a day in hopes my son becomes the greatest Magic the Gathering player in the world. I'm not autistic enough. What is Magic the Gathering? But unfortunately, I try and keep up with, news related to autism, obviously, and what comes up for keywords. And I have seen a lot of content from people on the right about how leftist women are crashing out. They're ending up in the ICU because they're drinking an entire bottle of Tylenol. I think it's probably stuff like this where it's so clearly a joke. It is a joke. I am now going to, overdose on Tylenol to prove a point. I mean, I did have a headache, but I took paracetamol at the beginning of my video. It's a joke. They can't get that it's a joke, or it just kind of fits the narrative to do a misinformation and act like everyone's just going crazy and downing Tylenol. Like, no, of course people are not going to do that. Don't do that. That would damage your liver, It's just disingenuous. Again, okay, provide some evidence of someone who's genuinely actually doing that. Nobody is doing that. I will give that a 10 Tylenol out of 10. Asked my mum if she took Tylenol while she was pregnant with me. She said only when it was a really bad hangover. That's a 10 out of 10. That's broken me. I'm a broken human. Oh no. Don't let the far right find this one. Oh my god. Curious Bunny says, not sure it fixes the birth rate if we say pregnant women can get no pain relief and must suffer from 9 months. That's not even a meme. That's just facts. That's just facts. That's what I was saying, because Trump's whole thing, if you haven't watched the announcement, was just saying women need to tough it out. If you can't tough it out, then basically you're just going to have to suffer the consequences and have an autistic child, and it's all your fault, and oh my goodness, you've ruined your child's life, you horrible person, for taking the only pain relief that is safe during pregnancy. Well, in some circumstances, if you speak to your doctor, sometimes you can take other pain relief, but it is, considered the most safe to take in pregnancy. But then everyone keeps digging up this old tweet from Tylenol where they themselves said they don't, recommend it for pregnant women, and it's like, that is the same with all medication, even medications that pregnant women do take quite often. It's always a case of they want you to consult your doctor, because of course they're kind of covering their own backs from stuff like this. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it fixes the birth rate. That just has to be a true out of 10. Today's autism announcement: hating neurodivergent people and hating women. We love it when a plan comes together. It all makes sense now. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. There we go. One of the most memorable bits of the announcement for me was this one guy standing up at the podium talking about how his wife had been offered a Tylenol during delivering his baby. She said no, she wouldn't take a Tylenol. So then apparently the doctors then turned around and asked him, even though she'd already said no. I don't know why in this story that allegedly happened. They then asked him, and so he responded and he said no.
They pushed her to take acetaminophen for a low-grade fever. She said no, and then they looked to me and I said, absolutely no.
That's how he said it. I said, absolutely no. I was just like, okay, well done. He just seemed like so proud of himself. Great. You know, like my wife was going through this thing that is considered one of the most painful things that people can do. And I can tell you, my labor, I mean, I had a very difficult labor, but it was absolutely excruciating. And yeah, Tylenol would not have helped, to be fair, would not have helped. I took paracetamol at the start of my labor. Didn't help, didn't take the edge off, okay, but still, like, he's so proud of himself that he made his wife suffer, that he said no, she doesn't need anything, no. And this was before this like Harvard study that they're basing everything off, which was in part authored by a guy who has been paid $150,000 from lawsuits against acetaminophen in the past. So not looking shady there at all, not looking like there's financial incentives there at all. But yeah, this was before it was published, I assume, unless his wife had given birth the day before the press conference. So before there was a causal link, and there still isn't a causal link, but before this Harvard guy was claiming there was a causal link, which is not what his paper says, you still told your wife no pain relief for you. You can just suffer. What a big man. What a hard choice and sacrifice you made there for your child. It's just, I wish men did have to go through labor just to feel what it was like. Felt like being tortured. That's what it felt like. I was like, oh, okay, it can be really bad to be in a body. It was horrific. It was horrific. I didn't have any pain relief because there's a big push in this country and it's very moralized to not have pain relief, and I really fixated on that and I really regret it. I really wish I'd had more pain relief, and I really wish that wasn't seen as weakness in women, and it pisses me off. And you know what? I went through all that pain, basically got to the end of labor, my baby got stuck, and I still had to have a cesarean. And I was in labor for like 72 hours. That's not an exaggeration. I was actually in labor for 72 hours. It was bad. I mean, I just have to give that a true out of 10. I don't even know. That's 100% true. If you think Tylenol is bad for children's health, wait. Oh no. Wait until you see what guns do. Ugh. Yeah. I don't really have much to say about that. Yeah. It's just depressing, isn't it? Anyway, right, let's move on. I'm not even gonna rate that one. Putting Tylenol in water supply. Is this a guy from The Incredibles? I can't remember The Incredibles. I went to see it at the cinema when it came out. If that's your special interest, don't come for me. When everyone's autistic, no one will be. That's so true. What would the world be like though? No, seriously, what would the world be like if everyone was autistic? I don't know. Who knows? That's getting an incredible out of 10. I hope that is The Incredibles, otherwise that's embarrassing. It looks like it in the background, but it's like very blurry. Oh, that's Gru. I know Gru. Okay, I know something. When I want the justification for anything RFK Jr. says, in terms of evidence, we have no evidence. Who thinks he has evidence? He thinks he does. It's just really, really, really old and doesn't say what he says it says, or he's referring to something that's already been retracted by somebody who writes anti-vaccine books. I feel like Gru looks really nice in that like turtleneck. I feel like that suits him a lot. Turtleneck out of 10. Oh, we got some cute frogs. Trump administration set to tie Tylenol to autism risk, officials say. RFK Jr. says people with autism will never pay taxes. Me, Tylenol. Also me. Oh no, it's another liberal crash out. The frogs are crashing out. The frogs are eating all the Tylenol and they're gonna end up in the ICU. I mean, yeah, when are the autistic people in America, when are you gonna get your tax refunds? Do you know when that's coming through? Has RFK Jr. announced that yet? I mean, I think he's let go a lot of staff, hasn't he? So they probably have space in the budget. That probably was to make space to be able to refund the autistic people all of their tax that they can no longer pay. I'm going to give that one an 8 out of 10. It gets an extra point for being really blurry. I don't know. I just appreciate a blurry meme. Makes it funnier. If you just take Tylenol PM, your kids will only be autistic at night. So that must be like the night version that maybe doesn't have caffeine in, perhaps, or something like that. Just be autistic at night. I mean, that's probably not a good idea because autistic people tend to not sleep very well for numerous reasons. You probably want to do it the other way around. You probably want to take the Tylenol day instead. So I would give that not recommended out of 10 unless you want to get no sleep. Tylenol, nice try, release the Epstein files. Yeah. Okay, there's also a video called Autism Announcement Remix from the Remix Bros. Let's have a look at that.
Today we're delighted to be joined by America's top medical and public health professionals as we announce historic steps to
This is so dramatic, that like bell chiming in the background.
confront the crisis of autism.
Autism. Should I start saying it like that? Autism. You have to really pout, you know, when you're doing a Trump.
Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't do it. Don't take
This kind of slaps.
Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give Tylenol to your child. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Don't have your baby take Tylenol. Just don't give it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. I said,
It can only good happen. We need that on his shirt.
Minifin. Acetaminophen. Who the hell knows what it is? So I just want to say acetaminophen is basically Tylenol. Don't take it. What's the worst? The worst is nothing can happen. I'm not a doctor, but I'm giving my opinion. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. When you have your baby, don't give your baby Tylenol. Don't do it. There's no downside in not taking it. Don't take Tylenol. It doesn't hurt.
No,
not
doubt.
to do it.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt not to do it. It doesn't hurt when you don't take pain relief, especially if you don't take pain relief during pregnancy. It does not hurt. If they ask you for pain relief, you tell them
New.
It's practically a known fact. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't do
I'm really jealous. This is so much better than my video. Mine was like 50 minutes long. This is like 3 minutes. And it basically says everything that I wanted to say by only quoting Trump.
it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give Tylenol to your child.
I have no idea who a lot of these people are, but okay.
Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. And you know, I'm a big supporter of vaccines. Big believer in vaccines. I know Bobby and you guys have it out a little bit, but he's a believer in vaccines too. See, Bobby wants to be very,
He's a believer in vaccines too.
and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say. You know, I'm just making these statements from me. I'm not making them from these doctors. And by the way, I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take it.
Oof, that was like an Eminem flow. That was good. This reminds me of, you know, how you can do that thing. I think it's in cognitive behavioral therapy where you think back to like a bad traumatic memory and then you kind of like remix it in your mind and you can make it go in slow motion and make it go fast and maybe imagine things kind of in a silly way and kind of like work through trauma. This is helping us work through the trauma. This is important.
Pills that have no autism. Is that a correct statement, by the way?
There are some studies that suggest that, yeah, with the Amish, for example.
The Amish. Yeah, virtually. I heard none. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't do it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give Tylenol to your child.
That was a jump scare. That was a jump scare. I know there was one of the reporters at the end of the announcement who said that there was a podcast interview recently with an Amish person who said he didn't know what autism and ADHD were. I went and I found the clip and I watched it. And yeah, he says he doesn't know what autism or ADHD are. So quite telling.
Do they have ADD in the Amish community?
So I don't even, do you know what is ADD? I'm not even quite sure.
Also, when you look up Amish, there are apparently quite a lot of health issues they have due to something called the founder effect, I guess because of potentially having a smaller gene pool, them all being descended from the same few hundred people, has maybe led to like higher incidence of certain genetic differences. It feels a little bit like the appeal to nature fallacy, you know, because they're living without technology and stuff and they're doing so much better than we are. They're so much healthier than we are.
Take Tylenol. Just don't give it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
Yeah, I think next time, you know, you're worried about something in your life, just think to yourself, and I mean this seriously, like this could help a lot of us through difficult things. Think to yourself, nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. And this is why he's the president, you know, it's it's inspiring. I'm going to be singing that. I'm going to be singing that. Don't take Tylenol. And we don't have Tylenol in this country. So like that's valid. I'm not going to be able to. That was a masterpiece. That was wonderful. Thank you to whoever shared that on Discord. Great. Okay, we have a Taylor Swift related one. And she's wearing a red outfit. What a good choice. My mum took Tylenol and now I have a Google Doc with all the Life of a Showgirl lyrics annotated like I'm defending a thesis. Oh no, you see, it could be anything. You take the Tylenol, you might get the kind of autism where you become obsessed with Taylor Swift lyrics, which is the type of autism that I am afflicted with. Although I must say I have some beef with the new album. I gave my full thoughts over on my Taylor Swift channel on Discord, and it feels like she's, you know, like so out of touch with the moment. And like, of course she is, she's a billionaire, but like I don't want to be slapped in the face with it, you know what I mean? I feel quite disappointed. And she has a song called Cancelled on the album, and I'm just like, you know, I feel like Elon Musk would like that one. I know that's probably not what she wrote it for, but it feels like in this current moment, and there's also a lot of like hating on other women, and we just changed the lyric and better than revenge and stuff. Like, why did we do that? Was that just performative? Because we kind of seem to be doing the same thing in a way. I'm not too impressed, but I very much enjoyed the last album, so I'll just stay in the last era, maybe. I don't know, wait for the next one. So if you would like to watch a more serious video in which I responded to the announcement and unpacked some of the studies, if you got people in your life who are kind of defending this and you want to know how to respond to it, or if you want more memes, I will leave the memes playlist linked instead, because I don't blame you if you want something light right now. If you would like to join my Patreon, you are very, very welcome to. Absolutely no pressure. It's not going anywhere, so you don't need to panic. Join. I am able to do this thanks to my wonderful Patreon snails. No thanks to Google AdSense. This year, I don't know, Google AdSense has not been Google AdSense, but it's fine because I have my Patreon, so I am marked safe from Google AdSense, and this channel can continue, which is wonderful. And I do post 2 exclusive videos a month over there, and you can access them even on the lowest tier, and you can also access the Discord server where you can share memes, and that's where I usually get my memes that I react to and rate and review on this channel. So if you would like to submit your memes, you can, but you can also just chat to like-minded people. You don't have to be diagnosed to join. Absolutely not. You don't even have to suspect that you're autistic. You just have to be a nice, kind person, and then you are more than welcome. It is a lovely space. Everybody there is so funny and so kind, and thank you. And like I say, also you get 2 exclusive videos every month, and there's a backlog of 30 something. I don't know how many there are exactly at this point, 30 something, for you to enjoy like hours and hours of content. And if you join the higher tiers, you get hours of podcasts and like, I don't know, probably approaching 100 outtakes videos now, where, you know, sometimes when I do a meme review, I share a few extra memes over there, or like I just go on rambles where I'm like, oh, this doesn't really fit in the video. It's just really nice to have the Patreon, because sometimes, you know, there are things that you really want to talk about, but maybe you don't feel like you want to put it out to the whole world. So you have this like little safe community that you can talk to. But yeah, I think it's a good time to find community right now. Look after yourself. I do have a video of self-care tips too. If you want self-care tips, that's another good one to mention in these trying times. And yeah, I hope that you're doing okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye.